Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be doing a little rivalry thing where we're going to be comparing the Heritage Manufacturing Rough Rider. This is the one with the bird's head grip, and I think it's like a 5-inch barrel, somewhere around there. And we're going to be comparing it to the Ruger Wrangler. About the same thing. Bird's head grip, a little bit shorter barrel. Okay, so they're both pretty similar guns, a little bit different lengths on the barrels, but they should be, you know, pretty close anyways. You got a little bit longer barrel. A little bit of velocity is not going to be that much difference. There's like a inch difference in the barrel length, so it'll be okay. Anyways, he's already starting this stuff. Let's take a closer look at the guns themselves and do a comparison and see what the differences are between the two. Mine's going to be better. Yes, whatever. Okay, so the Ruger Wrangler is going to be a much better gun because, first of all, it's made here in the United States. So is the Heritage. Bainbridge, Georgia. Well, this one, Ruger's been around for a lot longer than Heritage has, so that's got that going for it anyways. But this one is a Cerakoted finish on it, which is not traditional, but I mean, the whole gun is not traditional. It's not supposed to be an exact copy of any of the old single action Colts. It's just made to look like that. It does have a safety feature on it, unlike the Heritage. Mine's got a safety. Yeah, but it's ugly. It shows on the outside of it, so who wants to see that? Just ignore it. Anyways, this has a transfer bar safety in it, which when you pull the hammer back there, this little bar sticks up in the back there, and it will stay up only if you have the hammer or the trigger depressed. So when the hammer comes down, it transfers the energy from the hammer to the firing pin. Mine's got a hammer block. Yeah, you just got a hammer block. That's all you got. So it's got that ugly safety on the outside of it, so nobody wants to see that. Okay, fine. Now, one of the things that you don't do on this that you would do on the Heritage or any of the old Colts is if you're going to load it, you're going to pull it back to half-cock position, which this one really doesn't have a half-cock position. It's only got full cocked. It does make 2 clicks. Yes, I know yours makes 4 just like the original, but see, what you do to load this is you don't have to pull the hammer back. You just open the loading gate on it, and then you can spin the cylinder. Now, it doesn't click into position unlike the Heritage does. Mine does. But it allows you to roll it around there, and then to eject the shells, all you do is same thing as the old Colts and the Heritage. You got the ejector right here. Well, yeah, you got to get it lined up. I know. And then you just pop your shells right out of there. Other than that, it's pretty similar to the Heritage. It's pretty similar to the old Colts and stuff. The cylinder is blued on it with the Cerakote and, of course, plastic grips. It looks like maybe these are probably metal injected molding on the hammer and the trigger. And yeah, it does stick up a little bit farther. If you look at the old Colts and stuff, the trigger, I'm getting to it, okay? The trigger is usually a little bit farther back. This is more similar to the trigger position on a double action, but it is not double action, it's only single action. So is this. So it's got that going for it. Got what going for it? All right, now that we've done the close-up comparison of this thing, we're going to do some shooting, some side-by-side. We'll start with the Caldwell matrix, and then I've got double targets set up there for us. All right. And we'll go ahead and take some shots at the targets up there and see how they compare for accuracy. I'm going to beat you. Why don't you help me move this bar over there, okay? No, you got it. Fine, Hercules, I'll do it myself. Hercules! The nice thing about a revolver is you really don't have to worry about the velocity or the pressure or anything because it's gonna work anyways. As long as the round goes off, it will. Now, 22 is notorious for being unreliable to an extent anyways. But like I said, we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so we're gonna load it up, and all we're gonna do is take and open the loading gate on the Ruger Wrangler, unlike the Heritage where you gotta pull it back to the half-cock position. And we'll go ahead and stick our rounds in there. You want to go ahead and load 6? Yep. Let's do 6. Me too, because we're out here on the range. We're not going to do the cowboy load, but we're going to get them put in there. Just drop them right in. They're a little tough to finagle with big fat fingers anyways. It's small. Got mine in. Yes, I know it does not click into position, so makes it a lot easier. It's ready to go now, so I'm going to go ahead and take some shots at my target up there while he's taking the shots at his, and we'll see how they do. All right, there's my 6. Unload it. All you got to do is open the loading gate again. Okay, yeah, so I had one that didn't go off the first try. Okay, there's my 6 shots with the Heritage Rough Rider, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 of those are pretty much the same hole. Could be just luck. I did have a misfire on here. I don't know if it was just the hammer didn't hit it hard enough, or maybe it was a little bit harder case on that 22 ammo, because sometimes it is not the greatest, it's not the most reliable ammo there is. But, I mean, it did fire on the second try. Maybe it should have fired on the first, who knows. But anyways, there's my 6 shots. So how did you do? All right, I was firing on this target over here with the Ruger Wrangler. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all just a little bit high. You know, maybe it's the sight picture, but I didn't have any misfires on mine, but they're just all just a tiny bit high. Now that can be fixed by filing the front sight, but I don't know if you really want to do that or not. Not too bad though, I guess. It's shoots pretty good. It's not bad at all. All right, so there was some accuracy testing on the Heritage Rough Rider and the Ruger Wrangler. Let's do some silhouette shots next. Sounds good. All right, I've got my 6 rounds loaded up in the Ruger Wrangler. We're gonna do, let's say we do 3 body shots, 3 center mass, and then 3 head shots. That works. Sounds good to me too. All right, here we go. The 3 for the body. And the 3 headshots. Not too bad. No, not too bad. We'll go up there and take a look at it. All right. Okay, there's my 3 body shots. 1 directly in the X ring, 2 and 3 in the 9 ring. And then my 3 headshots, 2 of them pretty close to the forehead, center of the forehead, and 1 just a little bit to the outside. Not terrible, but how'd you do? I got 1 directly in the X ring and 2 of them in the 10 ring, just a little bit high. And then my 3 headshots are a pretty tight little group up there. Not too bad. So offhand, they both shoot pretty similar, I guess, and that's not terrible. No. Let's go look at some final thoughts on the 2 guns. All right. Okay, so neither one of these are bad guns. The only problem, I guess, is that neither one of them are exact replicas of the old single action armies, and they're not supposed to be. They are a new version of an old gun, kind of, so they have modern features on them. Now, one of the things I do not like about the Ruger Wrangler is it's really only available in 2 configurations, and that's going to be the one with the bird's head grip, or it's going to be the standard plow handle grip, and there's 2 barrel lengths on them, and that's really all that you've got. I'm sure there's aftermarket parts. You can get some nice wood grips on there. I have heard that some of the grips from, I think it's the single 6, actually fit the plow handle one, so you've got that option. Now, one of the biggest drawbacks of the Ruger Wrangler is it is not available with a 22 Magnum cylinder. It's an aluminum alloy frame with the Cerakote on it, and that's really, I mean, that's the only thing you can do is 22 long rifle. And there are no plans to make it in a 22 Magnum. Otherwise, they probably would have done that already, because these have been out for a few years now. It's just, I mean, it's not a bad gun at all. It really isn't. They shoot pretty good, and they are, you know, your low budget cowboy guns, and that's what they're meant to be. So that's what you get. Not bad little guns. You? I really like the Heritage because they are available in so many different configurations. You can get all different kind of barrel lengths in here, from the 1-inch, I think it is, for the barkeep boot, all the way up to the 16-inch. A bunch of different finishes, faux finishes, real finishes, a bunch of different grips. You can change grip frames out. You can change your grips out. There's tons of accessories available for these things. Plus, they will handle the 22 Magnum cylinders, and I like that it clicks into place when you're advancing the cylinder on there, something the Ruger Wrangler doesn't do. I'm not a big fan of that safety on the side, but it is what it is. They're still cool little guns. All right, just hit this button up here behind me to check out some of my other videos, and hit this one up here to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.